And how was I haven't had too many people on here that actually did some time in Europe, but I hear that traveling artists in Europe are like extremely welcomed and especially from the US, that they're more or less like taken care of. What was your experience like traveling around there?
Yeah, I think it's a lot more accessible to travel by train and bus. Like, there's a lot cheaper options than, I mean, now because of COVID, I'm seeing prices drop, but the US, like, it really advocates for like driving cars where I did everything on train. Like, I didn't want to take any flights, so
Mhm.
that was cool. I did find some spaces where it was easier to get paid, but it was still like a hit or miss. Like
In terms of like your
London,
audience?
hit or miss in audience. Yeah, I played way too many shows that I didn't need to. And
Ah.
sometimes they'd be like in a bar for people who didn't understand. Or I think my solo music warrants like active listening. It's like
Okay.
personal and sad. It's not like background music. So like I signed up to play some shows in restaurants where like clearly I was there to fill the space and not to be seen necessarily.
Mm.
Like people were talking and enjoying their meal. And I remember just like feeling weird.
Mhm.
But those gigs also give you money and like food.
Mhm. Right, yeah.
There were some interesting things I found, like hostel trades, so you could like play a show for a free night in a hostel.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, I played the I played this one festival in Rome called Crack Festival, and it's actually a sick festival. It's like an underground visual art festival, like a lot of comic book artists or people from all over too, like North Africa, Middle East, and it's very DIY. It's in an occupied bunker, like it used to be a World War II bunker.
Wow. Sheesh.
Uh, yeah, that was one of the coolest things I've done, and like it's all underground. So you go into this like space, and there's just tons of people with their art and like stands, and they're selling their art. Some spaces were like completely covered. Like this one guy who I became friends with, he covered the whole room with this like pattern that kind of looked like a cheetah print, but that was black and white. And he also was wearing that print. You're
Wow.
just completely enveloped in the world that he was creating.
Mm.
It was pretty cool. I also
Wow.
got ringworm. I like
Oh.
slept there, and they gave me a sleeping bag. And
Oh
then
no. Well, so you got the real authentic European.
exactly.
I'm just kidding. All right.